Okay, guys. Good afternoon. I nearly said good morning then. Okay, let's take our foot forward and then we're just going to gently. 2. I've been ironing for an hour and a half because I had a break. And I started watching this thing. You know, I like to do a little film thing. It's on, other way, Netflix, I think, not Amazon. I think it's Netflix. It's got Hilary Swank in it, called Away. It's about space. She's going up into space, and it's so good. Just to, if you want to, if you're on the lookout for something, if you can't sleep, and then 5 o'clock in the morning, and then let's take it into lunch. And for 3, for 4, for 5, 6, 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the weight into your front knee. Drive that back heel down into the mat. Just hold it for about 10 seconds. And then we're going to do the stretch where it takes it a little bit lower into the calf muscle, away from the big belly of the calf. So you might not feel this if you're not tight near the Achilles. I always am though. So just bend your knee on that back leg and take that heel away. And if you're tight through the soleus muscle, that lower muscle, you'll feel it. And then just drive the heel back down again. Hold. It's so warm in this house at the minute, but I don't open windows because I don't know if my massage person will be cold. And then again, bend that back knee, raise the heel a bit. And let's switch sides. So again, let's do some little circles. 3, 2, 1, circle back. 4, 3, 2, 1, shoulders down, and 12. So I'm here next Wednesday, guys, and then that's the 2nd. I did say to Martin I'm going to try and do the class on the 9th, but we've got to leave for the airport at 2. So I might be cutting it fine. So I'll send a message out, because if maybe you want to do Monday or Tuesday instead that week, I'm happy to do that, guys. And 5 more. 5, 4, 3. I am massaging someone at 11 on that Wednesday. And then push the heel back down. So again, sometimes if you're super tight in the calf, it's nice to, I've started running a little bit again, so it's just nice to really push into a wall. And then, like I said, just bend the knee a little bit and raise the heel a little bit. And again, if you're not tight, you won't feel it, but if you are, it takes the stretch a bit further down the calf muscle. And then take it back down again. Hold. And then just bend again. And raise it, lower it again. Oh yeah, needed that. And then back to centre. Well done. I'm going to have to open it wide. And then just take, I feel like I've been warm for like 3 weeks. Keep the shoulders down, guys, tight through the tummy. And then take your hands back and then just forward and then back of the midline. Nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 10 more for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, 6, 5. I wonder how Sandra is. I haven't seen her for ages, have we? She does watch. I'm just going to say quick hello in case you just watch. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Let's come on to our standing leg. Let's just take, I've been for a while. I'm going to take these off actually, lovely. It's just going to pull it off. Ah. Okay, and then up. I've got my new leggings on, I don't want to get a big dirty footprint on it. And then hold. Four more breaths. 3. 2. 1. And then just take your hands onto your shoulders and just do 4 circles. For 3, for 2, for 1. Beautiful. Take that foot over. As always, bring the hips back, the weight forwards like you're falling over. Gently, gently. Taking the hands to the floor. Take a beautiful in-breath. And out. In. And out. Last one, breath in. And gently, gently up. Beautiful. Well done. Let's come to that other side. Again. Spread, just get your balance, really push your big toe into the mat and try and lift that femur up, that big thigh bone, and then just hold. Again, we're just going to come to here. This time we're going to try and keep our gaze forward, but I always find this one harder, I don't know why, and take the hands up towards the ceiling, and back. And again. 4 more. 3. 2. 1. Good, and then again, hands on, circle, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Take that foot over, bring the hips back, chin to chest, weight down into that deep, deep stretch into the back leg, and take 4 deep in-out breaths. Last one, breath in, and gently up. And a big hello to Jax as well. All right, lovelies, let's just warm up through so let's do this. We haven't done it for a while. Just pendulum it forward and back. Just have a little, I won't do my gorilla sound, I promise. 5, because it's rubbish. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the other side. This takes us back to the haven days, doesn't it? 2, 1, and then into our just circle, sort of like, imagine a figure of 8, I always think, laid on its side. And then and you can kind of move if you want through the legs, just to keep everything moving. Circle the other way. 3, 2, 1, and then together. So shoulder blades together, opening up that chest, can get super tight. Hold. And then take the palms up to ceiling. Oh, I had hit this morning, so I've got a shock absorber bra on that are like the most supportive bras in the world, but you feel like you can't breathe in them. And then the other way. And back to centre. 2 big circles. And lovely. Let's pick up some weights. So let's do one at a time. Let's do the harder ones first. So if you've got a slightly heavier weight, you might want to use a slightly lighter one. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? If you've got 2 different ones. So biceps are the easy ones, but we're going to do abduction, so you might not be able to do quite the same weight. So we're going to do 12 of these if we can. 12, 11, 10, 9. My best friend's just been told that she's got to take medication for life for osteoporosis. I've been saying to her for ages, start lifting weights, start doing balance weights. So yeah, it's been a bit of a shock, I think. 3, 2, 1. Well done, the other side. I don't know if I did 10 then or 12 anyway. 1.
Why is that, Joe?
She broke a finger about, I don't know, sometime last year, but it were really ridiculous. She just kind of knocked it, do you know what I mean? And it broke. And then the year before, she'd broken her ankle, just like literally having a little. So she had a blood stone. And initially, and then switched, I'm pretty sure she hadn't gone for a DEXA scan. But yeah, come to bicep now. And then just lift. If you want to work on that balance, guys, as always, guys, you can just lift it up. So initially they'd said that she were kind of borderline osteopenia, I suppose. So they were just saying that she had to take vitamin D and up her calcium. She's vegetarian. She doesn't really she kind of cut out dairy milk for a long time, just as oat milk. Doesn't really cut her cheese down. Wasn't eating any eggs, largely kind of pulses. Anyway, she was doing Pilates, but she's not been doing it for ages. Anyway, cut a long story short, she kind of thought, oh, that's not too bad, I'll just take vitamin D. But then she got a phone call to say that he'd calculated her blood readings wrong, and that they were abnormal. So she's on, not you know when you've got put on zolotonic acid, it's not that, but it is one of the acids, I can't remember what it's called.
Okay.
But she's on that for life, so they've given her the talk about the teeth and all that.
Yeah.
So she's got to go to the dentist before she goes on it.
Yeah.
So she has started going to the gym a lot more this last few weeks, but she doesn't really like exercise, do you know what I mean? And I think it's difficult, isn't it, if you, but she's, yeah. So 3. So she started to, started to have some cow's milk. She doesn't like it, but. And Greek yogurt, so just get loads of really good quality, you know, like kefir and things like that. 5, 4, and just up your calcium. And then switch. God, it's warm. 2, 1, beautiful. And then, just pick 2 up together, guys. Take feet into first position. Bring it up to here. rib cage down, so keep that core engaged. Have a little squeeze of the scapula and then take it in, nice and slow. Squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then into that lateral one again, keep that rib cage closed. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And then down, shoulder blades down, lift and lower. If you want to come up into calf raise, lift, lower, lift, lower. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just overhead again. We just did bicep, didn't we? We didn't do overhead, so I don't think. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. At the side and 4, 3, 2, 1. And then last but not least, let's do 10 chin to chest, just 10 triceps, nice and slow. Hold out on this 10th one, hold out, shoulders down, arm as high as you can. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. Again, weight towards the bra strap, nice straight arm, bend at the elbow. For 2. For 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold, shoulders down, lift up. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Well done. Place them down. Take a little drink if you want, guys. Ew, it's got electrolytes in it, and it's bloody awful watermelon. And then reach up, bring it over there. Pull on that wrist, really pull. Joe Wicks did a nice, I don't do any of his stuff, but he put a really nice little Instagram post on the other day with like a 10-minute stretch routine. It was good. They were doing this kind of thing. And then hold. And then back to centre. And then out in front. Hey Linda, it's unsafe according to Selena Scott down in London, isn't it? I was watching her on this morning, not on this morning, she was being interviewed on the news thing this morning. She's a very serious woman. She wouldn't have slagging London down. It's so unsafe, it's Dickensian. I was like, bloody hell. And then up, and then push. And then switch, and again, up, and then pull. Mace were down there a couple of weeks ago in London. He loved it. He had a great time. It's fab. Really pull. Oh. Back to centre. Behind. Pull that shoulder back. Down. Back to centre. Out in front. Pull it across the midline. And last but not least, into that tricep one. And let's just do a little bit of glute work, guys, into our hip extension work. So if you want to grab hold of something, you can. Sometimes I do these at the bar, which are quite nice, or you can just do them standing. I'm going to do them like this actually, just because I've done quite a bit of balance work today. So, but by all means, just do it like we normally do and just stand or hold on to something. So tuck the tailbone and then lift and lower. Lift, don't take that foot all the way down. Trying to keep headlights on the hips, so try not to twist through the pelvis. Really just working that glute area and stretching a bit through the hip flexor. It's just a bit easier if you hold on to something. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, keep the core engaged, bring into hamstring curl and lengthen. Hamstring curl 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just take a little gluteal stretch, so just like what we do on the floor really. Push down. And back up. And then the other side, so again, tuck the tailbone, weight slightly forward, squeeze, lower, squeeze, lower. Hold it, bring it in. Oh, did you hear my knee then? 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then again, just push down. And release. Well done. Get rid of your weights, guys, just so you're not navigating those as well. And then let's come to the edge of the mat. Let's do upward dog, downward dog. So chin to chest. Bring the hips backwards and weight forwards. Always just in this position, just allow everything to relax. So you're really getting that lengthening action back into the legs. Just hold it. You can have a little rock forwards and backwards. You can have a little rock side to side. Again, just in, well it does for me, my right hamstring's tighter than my left today. Sometimes it changes. And then we're going to walk out into our plank. We're just going to hold just for 10 seconds. You can always take knees down and just draw the tummy in, but push that mat away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the knees down, flatten the feet, Bring the elbows back and the chest and the chin to ground. You might just want to reach up to there, or if you can reach up into full cobra position, do. Take a beautiful in-breath. Tuck your toes straight into a downward dog. Heels nice and high. And then just drive both heels towards the ground, holding that stretch through the back legs, particularly the calf muscle, or it is for me. And then we're going to come back again into plank. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7. Make sure your shoulder blades are not squeezing together. So kind of think about your creases of the elbows turning in towards each other. Take the knees towards the floor again. Flatten the feet gently down. Chest, chin, reach up, breath in. And then just rock back into your child's pose. Give your hands a little bit of a pumping action just to release. Obviously loading the wrist is really good for bone density, but it can feel a bit uncomfortable. And beautiful, well done guys. While we're here, let's just do a little bit of stretching through the quads and the hamstrings, and then we'll do some core. So take your knee, you want to take your knee on, God this brow is so tight, you want to take your knee on a bit of padding. So double up or triple up your mat. Remember that the bone, I keep saying your patella's a bone, we want to protect it, and mine's always a bit tender. And then take that other leg, and you just come in onto an angle, so this leg's kind of going in that shape. And you just want to reach up, tuck in the tailbone, hold in. Some people like to come over, but I like to just reach high. Hips are notoriously tight. If you sat in a desk job particularly. And then straighten, I know you fell over there. Straighten that front leg, sit back in the hips, reach forward, or take the hands down. So for me, I always say this guys, my back legs are always tighter than my front. My hips are pretty good most of the time, but it's different for everyone. Just hold. Restack back up. Oh yeah, sometimes you know, right in the kneecap. And then, so from this angle, you just kind of reach in, so that back leg, and then you just tuck in your bum under. So tailbone under, so you're creating this stretch through the hip flexor. There is a more dynamic one, which I'll show you. We won't do it, but I'll show you, because if you've got really good mobility, then you can do that one. And then sit back, do the opposite. Don't tuck the tailbone, stick the bum out. And then reach forward if you can balance. If you can't balance, just take the hands to the floor. And obviously flex the foot, and that creates that deeper stretch in the back leg. And then restack, and I'll show you on this side, because this is my better knee. So you can, if you really kind of want it to be a bit more dynamic, what you can do is take that, so you can straighten and then bend. Straighten as you look down, and then up. Down and up. Down and up. Yeah? So there's always that one as well, but just to create, it takes a little bit more practice, that's all. All right, my lovelies, let's get down towards the floor. Let's take our ball, she says. Where is mine today? There it is. And we're just going to take our ball between our inner thighs. And our feet would be there if we were doing bridge, guys, but we're not doing bridge, so we're going to walk our feet away. away a little bit, and that just generally gets you into that neutral spine where you've got a imaginary tray of drinks on that very neutral pubic bone, belly button, hips, nice and level pelvis. Little gap underneath the lumbar, obviously it's different on everyone. Rib cage, someone were asking me, new ladies today, you know, how do we do that? How do we flatten our ribs? And I was kind of saying, if you imagine the accordion, you know, where you pull it out, separate your ribs, and then when the accordion goes back in, so cough and force them back in and try and keep that rib cage together. Very important. And then take your hands underneath your head, interlink your fingers, and I want you to really force your feet into the mat and give your inner thighs a bit of a squeeze into that ball. Keep the rib cage closed, elbows in your peripheral, lift up, squeeze the ball for 4, 3, 2, 1, lower, about 3/4, keep the head away, but keep it supported by the hands. Lift, 1, 2, 3, 4, and lower. And again, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and lower. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and lower. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, lower. Lift, 1, 2, 3, 4, lower. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, lower. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, lower. 8 single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Back down to the floor. Take the ball away. Glue your inner thighs together. You can either keep your hands like this on the elbows out wide, or just take your arms out to shoulder high and just rock back and forth. Beautiful. Let's keep with that core control. Let's just work on the roll, on the floor. We'll get on the roller for shoulder work, but we'll just work on the floor today. Keep your hands where they are. Bring your right leg to tabletop and your left leg. Lift up if you can. If you don't like it, take your head back down and take your arms by your side. Yeah, lift up, try and keep in neutral. Lift as high as you can. Take the left leg out, back to centre. Right leg. Left leg. Right. Left. Right. Left. You've probably got a pointed foot like me, guys. If you have, for the last 10, flex your foot, lead with the heel. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hug your knees into chest. A little roll around. Roll back. And place your feet on the ground. Oops. Take your ball again. Place it between your inner thighs. I'm just going to set this out so annoying me. And just find that really lovely lengthening of the collarbones. So keep the collarbones wide. Keep the push on the ball. And really force your feet into the mat when you come up into bridge. So take a breath in. Gently roll the lower back. Squeeze the ball. And come up into your bridge position. Let's get a little bit of endurance for the legs. Let's keep our core engaged. Tuck the tailbone, take your right hand overhead. Keeping the ribs down, back to centre. The other side. Take a breath in. Slowly lower. Back to neutral. Let's go again. This time we're going to take both arms with us. So take the lower back into the mat, squeeze the ball, firmly push the feet into the mat. Take both arms over, reaching forward. Take a breath in. Slowly lower. Send all those beautiful messages to the brain that we're nice and mobile. Let's go again. Breath in. Gently roll the lower back into the mat. Push the feet firmly into the mat. Squeezing the ball as we come up and over. And down. Beautiful. Keep your arms where they are this time. Again, come back into bridge. Reaching the knees and the shins forward. Rib cage closed, hips nice and level. Take the right hand back. Ribs down. Gently lower. The other arm. And then just a little bit of glute work, guys. Lift the heels away, tuck the tailbone, squeeze for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop, lift. 8 more, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the heels down, take a breath in. And slowly, slowly lower down to the floor. Take it away. Lengthen your left leg. Take your right leg into tabletop and gently bring it across the midline, turning your head the other way. Relaxing into that glute lower back stretch. Lovely, let's come to the other side. Do you know, I had a couple of new ladies at Harewood yesterday and I did some shoulder work with them and they were like saying how lovely it felt. So sometimes I forget, guys, so we're going to jump on the roller in a sec. If you don't want to jump on your roller, you can do all these on the ground. It's exactly the same. You just get a little bit more feedback off the roller. And then before we get on, just take both feet either side of the mat and just take the knee in and then the other side. So just a little bit of hip mobilizing for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just gently, I'll give you 30 seconds or so, my lovelies. Not that it's a timed or anything, but just to get onto your roller. Again, someone asked me, this lady said, what's the best way of getting on it? I don't know, I just jump on it, but I suppose I take, if my left side's nearer the roller, I guess I generally put my right hand on and just get my bum on it, then take both hands behind. But you want to kind of shift as low as you can so your bum is right at the bottom of the roller, and that way you are going to definitely make sure that the head is connected. And then just relax on it. Yeah, let's get our neck right. So your neck wants to feel that it's nice and lengthened, so a little chin to chest. Length through the collarbones. Rib cage, like we talked about, was one big unit. And then a little gap underneath the lower back. And we're just going to do a little bit of neck work. So we're just going to take our right ear to shoulder. and then gently back to centre. And our left ear to shoulder, walking the hands down, and back, and again, and again. One more. Oh, I'd love to have a neck that doesn't constantly feel aching. And then bring it back to centre position. And then take some little circles. Imagine what it'd be like if I didn't do my stretches. And circle back. And then just keep your hands where they are. Yeah? And then bring them to shoulder height. Turn the palms up to ceiling and bring them over. Again, if you can't touch the floor, don't worry. And then back again, palms down. Let's do 3 more. So you know more than most people, guys, how awful it is when the shoulders, when you feel like you can't, you know, brush your hair, put your brow on. So it's really important that we keep our shoulders mobilised, strong and flexible. And then take it up, and then again shoot for that little apple off an imaginary tree. So protract, bring it down, protract, retract, protract, retract. Either with a straight hand or you can grab and pull like a rope climb. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and then keep your palms facing, and then we'll do 4 scissors. 3, 2, and on the 1 hold it, you don't have to hold it all the way down to about there, and then do your helicopter or windmill or snow angels or angel arms, whatever. And you can really slow this down, really feel the movement. 2 more. And gorgeous. Oh, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you out and get my bed set up like in 2 minutes. And then just come over onto your front, take a beautiful cow pose. And round. Feel free, guys, to stay down a bit longer, do some more cow to cats, do a nice gentle downward dog. Don't rush up like I'm going to do. And then gently back. And I will try next week not to put somebody in at 1:30 so I can have a little chat.